Well, the slide deck feature in a NotebookLM can produce some of the best looking presentation documents that I have ever seen. And so far, the process to generate this kind of presentation slide is quite easy. Just upload your documents or resources, and then AI will turn it into a beautiful and professional looking presentation slide. But perhaps there is one problem, because basically, even though it looks like a presentation document, it is not actually the same, because this AI tool is actually just producing a picture. So yeah, it looks like a normal presentation slide, but it was actually just a JPEG image, and you cannot do much because again, it is just an image. You cannot just select the text and then change the content. You cannot do that. And the only way you can modify the slide directly in NotebookLM is by using a revise feature. And basically this is just prompting AI, telling it to change a few aspects on the visual, which is fine, but at the same time, it is also not a great idea if you're planning to modify or you want to do some rapid editing or prototyping on the document. That's just not efficient. So the question is, how do you make the text to be more editable? How do you make this slide to be basically easy to customize? Well, there is one way that you can try, but we cannot use the tool directly in NotebookLM. So instead, I do recommend to use a tool called Canva. But before that, you need to save or download this slide deck from NotebookLM to your computer. Now, in this case, to save the document, you can click this button and then click download either PDF or PowerPoint. But in this case, I'll just select PowerPoint. And after that, we need to upload that PowerPoint document to Canva. So yeah, we are going to use Canva. Let's navigate to canva.com, and you can log into your own account, and we need to use a feature called a document or PowerPoint. Basically, it is called presentation in Canva, and we can use that feature. So let me click presentation. It will create a new presentation document. All right, so it is a document that I have downloaded from NotebookLM. Now, by the way, even if you open it in PowerPoint, it's still not editable. It is still or will be considered as a picture. It is not text anymore. It is just a normal picture. So you still cannot modify the slide, even in PowerPoint. Now, on Canva, you can just upload the document. So I'll just drag and drop the document right here. And okay, there we go. It should be uploaded automatically in the designs area, the designs menu. Okay, just wait until it finishes. Okay, so the document has been uploaded. I'm going to open it. And basically, you need to insert those slides from this list into Canva. Let me just, let's say, select all of them and click Apply All Pages. And all those slides will be added into the document. It should be, at least. All right, now all of those slides have been inserted into this Canva document. And again, we still cannot change the text. If you click on the text, you still cannot modify the content. It is still an image, but there is a feature in Canva that you can use to essentially capture the text and then turn it into a customizable element. So let's try with this one page, the first slide of the document. Let's click it and then click Edit. And here on the left side, you can see there is a section called Magic Studio. And one feature that we want to utilize is called Grab Text. So just click that and just wait for AI in Canva to analyze the content. And then you can select the text that you want to capture, and later the text can be modified. So you can select manually, or you can also just select all text. And you can also, just ignore the watermark if you want to, but that is optional. After that, click Grab and just wait for AI to separate the text from the image. And again, it is AI, it is generative AI, so it will just add something to the text. I mean, basically, it will just fill the gap or the area that was missing, because now we turned it into an actual text. And I would say it is pretty smooth. It looks quite realistic, looks pretty good, and it is not changing anything. So it is very clean, and you can modify the slide quite easily. Now, for the second slide, you can do the same thing. So this is somewhat tedious because you have to do this manually, but I would say this is still a lot faster than having to use the revise feature directly in a NotebookLM. And not to mention, usually Canva has lots of styles, lots of fonts that are available, so it can try to pick the right font or the most relevant font based on the design. It is not going to be 100% accurate, but from my testing, it can be quite close. And there you go. So I got a text. Now I can see that the size is not the same, but that's not a big deal. We can still modify the text. We can change the font, add some style, or change the formatting and many other things. So after that, you can play around with the text, you can change the content, and then you can save the document as either PowerPoint, PDF document, and perhaps many other formats. So you can download the document as a PDF or even a PowerPoint format or PPTX, and you can later use it on PowerPoint or perhaps Google Slides. And by the way, if you're planning to use, let's say, Google Slides or PowerPoint, there is a good chance that they don't have the same fonts as the ones that are available in Canva. One example is this document that I just turned into more editable or customizable using Canva, and then I upload that document to Google Slides, and I can tell that it is not quite the same anymore because there are some fonts in Google Slides that are not available in Canva and vice versa. So yeah, that's one thing to know if you are planning to turn or download a document from Canva and use it in PowerPoint or Google Slides. But basically, that's one simple and quick way to make the slides from the slide deck feature in NotebookLM to be a bit more customizable. So I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.